They are larger-than-life, over-the-top characters with surreal storylines. Whether you believe it's real or fake, it's all sports entertainment. This is our pick for top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Put me away, say that I'm not fit. Call me a pervert, cause I'm always running wild. Say that I'm an animal, an abortion as a child. You'll never tame me, or the things that I do. I'll always be a pervert, and I'll always hate you. I'll always be...
All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Take 5 podcast. I'm Aaron Action.
I'm Trex Nasty.
Today's guest, returning guest, Otis Driftwood. And special guests from parts unknown, weight unknown, Ben W.O., Ben Hatfield. Thanks for coming on,
What's
man.
up, guys? Thanks for having me. I've been looking forward to it all week.
Hell yeah, it's going to be fun. Today's topic is top 5 pro wrestlers.
Yes.
This is going to be hard.
Yes.
All right, Ben, you go ahead and go first. What's your number 5?
Okay, number 5, we're going to count to 5 and go with King Kong Bundy. Great wrestler, great career heel, awesome big guy. And if I'm being honest, he really sealed it for me when he did the elbow drop on the midget. That's kind of what that sealed the deal. He'll be top 5 forever because of that.
Yeah.
And he beat up Bud Bundy too. So
and he also five.
Love it. Yeah, that's what I said. We're gonna start 5, count to 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he was an honorable mention for me. All right, Jeff, what'd you have for number 5?
Like you said, this was tough because I'm pretty sure we all grew up watching different wrestling.
Yeah.
I'd have to say my number 5 would be Nikita Koloff.
Nice.
The old Georgia Championship days.
Yeah. Hail Nikita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that he would pull people out of the crowd and beat them up on those Georgia.
No doubt.
But, I mean,
Russian sickle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that goes back when I remember started watching wrestling, had a little 10-inch black and white TV, and it was on too late, and I wasn't allowed to watch, so I had to blink it over my head and over the TV, dropping elbows on my pillow.
I had to do that during Saturday Night's Manny Banks that was on so late.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Trex, what are you going to pull up for number 5?
I got a statement. The 80s was the big thing when WWF got huge with WrestleMania. That was when I watched little wrestling with my childhood friend's father. He'd always flip from channel to channel just to get his wrestling in. So my number 5 is Junkyard Dog. I just like the way he come out howling. It was just hilarious.
That's a good pick. That's kind of obscure. That's a little more obscure than what I thought you would say.
Yeah, that was an honorable mention.
I wasn't a fan of 80s WWF champions.
Only reason you watch it because Sidney Lauper was on.
Yeah, that's true. Been on my list was he wasn't a wrestler.
All right. My number 5. This one is probably a surprise. Barry Windham.
Oh, crap, yeah.
Yeah. But
wow.
I liked him no matter the gimmick. He's the son of legendary wrestler Blackjack Mulligan. He was my favorite horseman, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I never knew that.
Yeah. My 5 in an honorable mention, which I'll get to later, was kind of hard to narrow it down to. But he was a multiple champion in different promotions. Former NWA World Champion, WWF Tag Team Champion. I think if he was better on the mic, he would have been a bigger star because he was, he was no Flair on the mic, but he was better wrestler than Flair was in my opinion.
Yeah. He didn't have that it factor. He didn't have that. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have the charisma as the other ones did. All right, Ben, what's that for number 4?
Number 4, this one for me, I had to tell a story. When I was 8 years old, my dad took me to see wrestling downtown. And we were up in we were poor, so we were in the nosebleeds. We were the very back of the entire balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember As soon as his music hit, I got terrified. Like this dude was gonna climb like all the way up the balcony.
I think I know who you said.
And so for that, I have sentimental value. The Ugandan giant Kamala.
Yeah.
I love the image. I love the funny promos. Everything. I've always loved those characters that were just kind of crazy, and I seriously thought the dude was going to come up in the balcony and eat me that night. I've loved him ever since, even though he didn't have teeth. But I know you guys know all about that. You call this shit Take 5. I thought that's what you told the dentist.
Ben's been watching.
It's all good. Yeah. We're all ugly. We're all South Enders. It's all good.
But see, Kamal, I knew you would have said that. See, he was the one I was debating between him and Wyndham. You know, my number 5. But I knew you'd have it. That's why I was making honorable mention. Greatest gimmick of all time.
Love it. Love it.
So believable.
I probably have more Kamala shirts than any other wrestler.
Yeah, that's awesome. Remember the Kamala teacher we had?
Oh, never forget it.
Think about the vice president.
The whole class, we would just go, oh.
It was fucking
just
great.
Like him.
Yeah, he did too. And one day he was looking out the window like a gorilla.
Yeah.
So fucking funny.
Great.
All right, Jeff, what was your number 4?
Well, my number 4 was, I picked him because he's one of the most agile big wrestlers I've ever seen, and I got to go Big Van Vader.
Oh, wow.
I mean, just that dude doing the moonsault off the top rope is just incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, for being such a big dude and getting around the ring like he did, I mean, I don't think he ever got the credit he deserved. So.
No, I think I remember hearing that he was supposed to have been WWF champion at one time, and somebody screwed him out of it or something. Or yeah.
HBK screwed it up for him, from what I read.
That's what I heard too.
And ruined his push. Yeah.
See, it's funny because on this list, I think I know everybody's number 1, but the bottom 4 is, I'm gonna be surprised of, and that's why this is so cool.
That's why Barry Windham shocked me, because I know we've been friends forever. I never knew that. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, Trex, what you got now?
Don't laugh. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, that's a good one, though.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I always like his gimmick with the snake.
Oh, he was a great heel.
Oh, yeah. And that DDT out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. He used to wreck people with that DDT.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that was just, his older self, not when he got later on. But
all the drugs and stuff. But 80s, because he was great on the mic, man. He was one of the best.
Yeah, promos were on point.
For sure, yeah. All right. My number 4, my next couple kind of have a theme, but Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
This dude wrestled in just about every promotion in the world. Fusion Japan with Terry Funk was classic.
Yeah.
Multiple champion, including ECW World Champion, TNA World Champion, 3-time WWE World Champion. I didn't like the whole when he was Mankind and Dude Love and Mick Foley, and I didn't like any of that. But I love 80s and early 90s Cactus, man. Brutal.
I liked Mankind. I thought Mankind was good.
I liked Mankind, but I didn't like it later when he became a comedy act. Early Mankind, against Undertaker.
Yeah,
dude, that was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, what was your number 3?
Number three is kind of a hard one for me because I was kind of going back and forth, but I'm going to go with Chris Jericho. He mostly for the simple fact that he has redefined his character so many times, and the gimmick, he's done so many different gimmicks and they always work. I feel like you have to be magic to make that happen. He everything the guy does works. Everything he tries. He's great in the ring, one of the best ever on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
He's great at saving other guys in the ring when there's a botch, and I know there have been quite a few wrestlers that he's actually kept from getting injured. Quick thinking.
Yeah.
And the dude, especially especially the WCW days when he went out with the Pearl Jam ripoff music. Was the best. But I'm gonna go with Jericho for number 3.
Dude, we used to roll when he'd come out, dude.
Oh yeah, he was so good, messing up everyone's names. Tony Schiavone.
The whole arm bar, like the list of 1,001 holds.
Yeah, my favorite was when he announced they had the battle royal.
Yeah, like the Mexicans.
Everyone. Oh yeah, that was so good.
Who the hell is Bill Dan? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a Chris Jericho fan, though. So
really, I thought you were. I know you were. You were at one point in time.
All right. All right, Jeff, what's your number 3?
All right. Well, my next 2 kind of got a theme too together. And I flip-flopped them, I don't know how many times, but I'm going to go number 3 is the Great Muta.
Wow.
I mean, that's just, again, like I said, goes back to growing up watching that, and, just it was amazing. That was really my first introduction to Japanese wrestlers and everything. So
yeah. By your list, I can tell you were more WCW.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Especially during the Nitro days, though, man. NWA, WCW was like.
Oh, WCW was so much better. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, their roster was just so huge, though, man. Every week you see somebody new, then never see him again. I remember when Vampiro showed up there. Was awesome. Then didn't see him for 6 months, and he came back and he kind of sucked.
Yeah.
It's like they'd always have people showing up there. Kind of like what AEW does now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, same. It's the same thing. The roster is so big, and they just have so many people. It's just flooded, and you can't focus on any one person.
Yeah, I know, because it's hard to do storylines because there's so many people, and you can't get everybody in, every week. So you won't see people for months at a time, which, I mean, that kind of sucks. But, I mean, it's cool to keep it fresh like that,
Well, so then you start having 3 and 4 hour shows, and then that kind of just that's hard for anyone. Even a really diehard fan, it's hard to sit through that many hours of wrestling in a week.
Because they'll have their
time for it anymore.
Yeah, they'll have their main show, and then they always they had SmackDown and Thunder, and now Rampage. You always gotta have the second show for the B stars or whatever, just to get everybody. Then they got all the YouTube shows now, Dark and Elevation and all that.
Yeah.
All right, Trex, what's your number 3?
All right. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He was just a rugged style wrestler. Nothing special about him. That's what I liked about him. He was just like an average guy wrestling.
Yeah. I think, wasn't it Brian Hedelson's favorite, Ben?
He liked him. I don't know if it was his favorite, but I know he liked him a lot.
So, man, I remember, and I think sewing class was something. He made the thing, got a fucking pillows or something.
I vaguely remember that now. Yeah.
All right, my number 3 on the same theme, Bruiser Brody. This dude didn't follow the rules. There's a notable match when he was in a cage with the young Lex Luger, where Brody no-sold Luger's moves after he felt Luger disrespected him, and Luger just jumped out of the cage and ran. He was known to wrestle stiff, and he didn't like to do jobs, which allegedly ended his life in a stabbing by another wrestler in Puerto Rico in 1988. We were kind of young, but I remember him on Georgia Championship Wrestling and stuff. But then after he died, years later, watching his matches, dude, he was so believable, man.
Yeah.
He was a great heel.
He really was.
Yeah. All right, Ben, what's your number 2?
Number 2, go with the greatest overseller of all time, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
Oh, yeah,
I loved him since I was a little kid. Amazing in the ring. He should have been the WWE champion.
Yeah.
But then again, I like I've always said, some of the greats never had to have the belt. If you were good enough, they didn't have to put the belt on you because you could carry yourself without having to.
Jake Roberts.
Yeah, absolutely. But I love him. Always did.
Great I forgot about that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew you were weighing him. And see, but
Yeah.
also
Oh,
the way WWF did it back then is like the better in-ring performers was usually the Intercontinental Champion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Hennig was, like,
Yeah.
because you have the guys like Hogan, who the world champion, he'd only wrestle like a pay-per-view and a main event for 10 minutes or whatever, like,
Yeah.
because, just because he had the charisma.
And if Hogan didn't have the belt, he never would have been what he was. Hogan needed the belt to elevate him to where he ended up being.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
sure.
McMahon needed him and he needed McMahon, and it's like those two together is like is what made wrestling what it is,
Absolutely.
And I still loved Henning's intros, when he's bowling strikes and all that stuff like that. It's amazing,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot Ben.
Oh yeah. They played perfectly.
Never got Ben. Yeah, you sweated Henning, man. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
All right, Jeff, what was your number 2?
All right. This one was tough between 1 and 2 with me, but in the end, I had to pick one. And number 2, it's probably unpopular with a lot of people, but you can't take away what the dude did, and it's Chris Benoit.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I was never a fan even before all that, but dude, he was a great wrestler. You got to give him that.
Oh yeah, I mean the intensity he had in the ring, and and before all that crap happened, he was slated to be the champion, and
but didn't he end up with the title though before that happened?
I don't
he
think
had the
so.
belt for a minute, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah,
because I thought the year that he won Rumble, he won it from like the number 1 or number 2 position, and I thought he went on to. But I might be misremembering that. I thought he had the belt for a second, but I might.
Yeah, I thought he did too. Could be wrong.
I'd have to look up because I think it was going to be like that night he was going to come in and win the title, and then that's when it all happened.
Maybe he was going to win it back. Maybe like a second time or something.
Yeah.
Right. All right, Trax, what's your number 2?
All right. It's a toss-up between my number 2 and number 1. Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, always trying to buy his way out of a match. Even one time he bought the belt, and Andre the Giant had to take him from him. He always tried to throw money at her. Come on, man, don't hit me. I'll pay you.
That's a great
Like
pick.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed. I thought Trex's picks have been pretty good.
I know.
So
I'm impressed.
For someone who's not really into wrestling, like
Well, I used to watch Rob Geiger's dad.
Oh yeah, that's
like I'm impressed. I thought it was gonna be like Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan.
I thought so too.
All right, my number 2, still on the same theme. Abdullah the Butcher. This dude is this is my Kamala. He scared me as a kid, man. He's known for his violent, bloody matches. He used a fork to stab his opponents in the head.
Mm-hmm.
He has scars so deep on his own head that he can put quarters in them. He never really held any major titles. He was usually made as a special attraction. One of the most notable matches was when he lost and had to sit in an electric chair. You guys remember that?
not right offhand.
It was like a cage match. It was like 4-on-4 or something like that. And he was teammates with Cactus. And the object of the match was you had to push him in an electric chair, then turn it on. And Cactus, who was his partner, kind of pushed him into it or whatever. And it's just so cheesy, man. He's like smoke coming out the top of it. Look it up, man. It's so bad, man.
To me, he always looked like the dude in cartoons that said "yabble dabble." I never really thought he was that scary. But
well, see, to me, he was just because he didn't talk, and and he's having people with a fork. That scared me.
Oh, I totally get it. Yeah, I totally get it.
Right on. All right, now this here is gonna be kind of predictable. I'm gonna see if I'm right on these. All right. Oh shit, I fucked up. All right, Ben, what's your number 1?
Number 1, you already know, my favorite of all time, will always be my favorite of all time, Scott Hall. Slash Razor, but I prefer Scott Hall to Razor when he was his own personality. Just amazing heel, amazing gimmick, great in-ring work, Again, another guy who I think should have had the world title, but he did have the Intercontinental title. So, like you said, the best wrestlers had the Intercontinental title. I just love the dude. That's one of the only celebrity deaths that I've ever been like legitimately upset about, because I'm usually I don't care. But like when Scott Hall died, I was pretty bummed, just because
you know what sucks, Ben?
Always my favorite.
He died on my birthday.
Oh yeah,
March 14th. Yeah. But I told Trex. I don't think Trex knows who Scott Hall is, but I was like, oh, I know Ben's number one, because you always. And then I know when he died, about how he's your
everything. Like I love the dude. He's my favorite.
I know you were saying how like he was like your favorite celebrity. Like So I knew that going in.
Oh yeah.
So but the NWO Scott Hall was the shit.
Perfect, man.
Yeah, it was so
good when
good.
they first came around, and then like the whole like swerve with Hogan.
Yeah. Oh man.
He would come out and do the survey. The survey was so good. I love it. Just so funny. They would dress up like the Horsemen and come out and make fun of everybody. Like that was he was great, dude. He was fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. All right, Jeff. What's your number one? I think I know yours too.
Well, you already know what it is.
Yeah. I knew it.
Yep.
First time I ever saw him, I mean, those matches with, Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat back in the day, I mean, I never got bored with him.
He's still wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, not now.
I mean, I don't even know if I want to watch that last match he supposedly had, because I watched clips for it and I was just like, nah, I don't want to remember him like that,
Yeah. See, I was never the biggest Flair fan, but you gotta respect him, man, for what he's done. He was great on the mic, like I didn't think he was that great of a wrestler, but dude, he had the charisma, man, and that's what makes him star. I mean, he was entertaining. I guess that's what it's about, but in my opinion, he's kind of overrated, but but
just those Georgia Championship days way back, where it looks like they're filming in a gymnasium, but it was just incredible, Oh
yeah, that was when it was good. Would you ever watch NWA now? Billy Corgan owns, dude, it's just like that.
Really?
Yeah. All right, Trex, what was your number one?
Sorry to disappoint you, but it has to be Roddy Piper.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Because he's always funny when he gets mad. He starts like his voice start rolling and he turns red. He just gets loud. I just love his gimmick. He's like always mad.
Greatest heel of all time, hands down. Yeah, I mean,
come on, he hit Jimmy Snuka with a coconut.
That was awesome.
No doubt, that was great.
He was great. I personally don't think he was the greatest of all time, but he was great.
He's not my favorite, but
I would put DiBiase above him for like
really
best heel, but yeah.
DiBiase was good.
It was a toss-up between
Rick
those two for me.
Rick Rude.
Yeah, he was a good heel too. I don't know, just Piper, man, he just knew how to get the crowd.
I just liked his anger.
He was good.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. There was just something about him that I could never. He just didn't do it for me. Which everyone has their opinion. But yeah, for sure.
Yes, I didn't like him later. Like I didn't like him in WCW or any of that. He got kind of cheesy. All right, my number one. All right, this is a wrestling show. It's a swerve. The Painmaker, the Wizard, the singer of Fozzy, Chris Jericho.
I was like, what?
Hey, it's a wrestling show, mate. You just got swerved.
Okay.
He has He has won titles in multiple promotions. First ever AEW champion, WCW Cruiserweight champion, multiple WWE titles. Like you said, he reinvents himself every couple of years, and it always works no matter what he does.
Mm-hmm. Who else can say that?
Yeah. I mean, most of them did the same gimmick for 50 years. Mm-hmm. Like, I like him better as a heel, but even as a face, he still has the attitude.
He's one of the few wrestlers that I like either way. Face or heel. Like,
me too.
Yeah.
But and back to WCW, dude, that what you were talking about earlier and the conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest storyline in wrestling history, man. He used to go to like the White House and
Oh yeah.
like because he got cheated or something. Like, it was so funny, man.
Yeah,
Nobody threw a tantrum like he did.
Rosie Luck, get Jericho on the show.
No doubt.
You know her, right, Ben?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've known her for many years.
Yeah. She's a friend of Jericho, so I'm trying to get him on the show. All right, any honorable mentions? I think most of mine's been said, actually.
I mean, Rick Rude. I'm surprised he didn't make my top 5. I love Rude. I love Hogan. I love oh my gosh, so many. George the Animal Steel. He would have been up there for me.
I remember him like late night on Saturday nights. He would always fight Randy Savage because he always tried to take Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, great stuff. Savage would be another one on my honorable
Yeah, see,
mention.
I thought he would have been in your top 5.
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there. Wrestlers now, current wrestlers, MJF I think is just the best out there in the world right now.
Yeah.
Max Caster is fantastic.
Yes.
He gets me rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't really watch a whole lot of what's going on right now, but so many good wrestlers. I'm sure as soon as this is over, I'll think of like 20 more, and I was like,
yeah,
for sure.
Well, like I was telling Trex earlier, like on my list was ones that I stuck with through the years. Like a lot of wrestlers might have a gimmick that was fun. Then they changed something else, not the same. I mean, WCW had so many like good comedy wrestlers that we loved. Like Disco and Alex Wright,
Oh yeah, Alex
but
Wright.
then
So good.
Yes.
Yeah,
but it's like
kid.
Yeah, but then a lot of them like they came and went. I was going by longevity, ones I liked through the years. But I had a couple I can't believe nobody said. Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah.
He's top 10 for me. He's top 10.
Great
Love
heel.
it. One of the
What was
greatest
his
heels
tag
ever.
team?
And in real life, he really is just an absolute just fucking asshole. That's
Yeah,
really
I know.
him. Like, he really is. So,
I've seen
What
the
was
shoot.
his- What
Yeah.
tag team was he with?
he was
Rhythm
a
and
couple of
Blues?
Rhythm and Blues.
Yeah, Rhythm and Blues.
Greg
I remember that
Valentine.
one.
Yeah.
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 And here's another one. He was always one of my favorites too. But Iron Sheik.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to say him as an honorable mention.
Yeah, I can't believe nobody said Iron Sheik, man.
Another great one.
Yeah.
You always talked about him on Howard Stern.
Yeah, he was on there a lot. Jeff, you have any more?
Oh, geez. Like this list was so hard because, good Lord, there's been so many wrestlers over the years, and like Ben said, I'm kind of out of touch on any of the newer stuff now because I don't really watch it like I used to. But I'm gonna go back to old school, like heck, I just had his name, Buzz Sawyer.
Yes, I was gonna have him as honorable mention. Yeah.
He was just a freaking nut in the ring, and that's why I loved him. I mean, and
Hey Ben, what's that? Dad, what's his name?
Dan the Dad.
Dan the Dad.
Yeah,
he's
that
funny.
gimmick, that's one of the best gimmicks that's been out in a long time. That guy's in AEW now, but he wrestles under his real name. It's like Dan. I don't remember his last name, but
I've seen him on like Dark as Dan the Dad before.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I read somewhere that he wrestles. It might be the same gimmick, but I think he uses his last name now. But that gimmick is so good. He comes out like his intro music is blaring, and he's like, "Turn it off. It's 10:30 at night." Like that's so good.
Then what's the one dude I know you liked a couple years ago in Ring of Honor? Shit.
Oh, Marty Scurll.
Yeah, I know
I still love him.
Really?
I still love. He got me too. He got accused of like doing some shady stuff, and then he just kind of disappeared.
Really?
But yeah, the finger breaking. He would do that move in the ring where he would take a guy's finger, and then just as he would bend it back, he would snap, and it was just like, and it would sound like he was breaking their fingers, and that's such a simple thing, but to me that was so ingenious. I can't believe dudes weren't doing that like in the 80s and 90s because it's so easy. And the first time I saw him do it, I was like, holy shit, he just broke this dude's finger because he just bent it back, and I heard the sound, and the guy sold it and totally like put it back and so like I think that's what sold it. I was like, that's just ingenious because it's so simple. and the gimmick was great, but yeah, I don't know where he's at now. Last I heard, he got Me Too'd. So.
Well, 'cause I know he was in NWA for a short minute. Now, like I said, do you ever watch NWA on YouTube, Ben?
Not. It's been a long time. Not recently.
Dude, there's a guy now you will sweat. His name's like Mercurio or something like that. He's like he's like a fake ass Italian dude. He's got the shitty accent, dude. It is so funny. You would sweat him.
Yeah,
he's a heel. He's got like a mullet and shit. He comes in, he combs his hair like in the ring and shit. Dude,
I'll look into it for sure. Yeah,
you'll sweat him.
I love the comedy stuff.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
everyone hates on all the the PWG stuff where they go into like slow motion, like Chuck Taylor and all that. I love that stuff.
See, I don't like that.
I think that shit is great because it's entertaining. It's fun as long as it's not overdone. If it's just once in a great while, I think shit like that is funny.
Because like I've seen, they've done like the Invisible Man match, which is dumb, and the social distancing match where someone's wrestling them, by themselves, and like that shit's stupid. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I like
I'm talking about like the match where there was like 10 guys and they all had their thumbs up each other's butts and no one. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen it on YouTube? It's like Tommaso Ciampa and
I know who he is.
Thunder Liger. It's like a bunch of big name dudes.
Damn.
It's like an indie wrestling match, and they just take turns, and there ends up being like 8 dudes with their thumbs in each other's butts, and one of them just twists, and they all 8 go flipping. I love stuff like that. It's so silly.
Hey, we're actually getting low on time. I mean, if you guys are done, we can finish. If not, we can start over. If you have anything else to say.
I mean, I don't think I really have anything to add.
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. It was a lot of fun. I always love talking about wrestling, and great catching up with you guys. I hadn't talked to you in a while.
Yeah. What do you say, Trex?
One real quick. We just talked about this. Brutus the Beefcake Barber. I like it when he cut.
I like Brutus Barber Beefcake too.
You know me. Anyway,
that's his brother.
I like it when he cut the mouth of the South hair because he cried about it after he did it. That was one of my favorite gimmicks.
All right, we're about out of time. 5 and out. I'd like to thank Ben for coming on. Follow him on Instagram and Facebook at Ben Hatfield Tattoos.
The heels wouldn't have gotten over as hard.
Yeah.
But so I mean, I try to give credit where credit's due, but it's hard for me to pick top 5 anything.
Yeah,
it is.
But see, that's why this is fun, because it's like it's trying to narrow it down.
Yeah,
because we're wanting to do like top 5 debut albums.
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard that's going to be.
Yeah,
all the great.
That could be any genre too.
Yeah, so exactly.
That would be anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I have like my top 5 is like 3 or 4 different genres. You know what I mean? So it could be anything.
Yeah, it's so and my mind always changes too. So like you asked me this year what my top 5 are, and then next year my top 5.
Oh
my number 1 always stays the same. But but
I think I know what your number 1 is. But...
Oh, I mean, you already know who my all-time number 1 is. Always Hall.
Yeah,
always.
Yeah.
I remember when we were younger, you used to go, "Oh, you Hulkamaniacs!"
When I was young, I could do an awesome Hulk Hogan impression. I can't do it since I've gotten older. My throat just won't.
So you used to be able to do Andre the Giant and everything.
For Andre, all you got to do is just make gibberish and then go. Because that's what he was.
The only thing I like Andre the Giant in is Princess Bride.
He was awesome.
I never seen that.
Princess Bride. Would you like a peanut?
Hopefully, like Jeff gets this. I don't know if you ever met my friend Jeff. I think you met him at the Life of Agony show with Alrosa. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't remember people I met 20 times.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the underrated horror episode.
What was it?
The underrated horror episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's Jeff. That's
okay.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's a character, so it's gonna be fun tonight.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'll do is like me and Trex will do our introductions, and I'll introduce Jeff, then I'll introduce you since you're a guest.
Cool.
And then
Sounds good.
Let me text him real quick. Because said we only get like 40 minutes and it's already started.
Yeah.
What? When you I talked to you, I told him about 7:30, so he's probably waiting about 7:30. So like I said, if it'll let us know when we're about to run out of time. I said if we're still in the middle of it, I'll stop it and send you another invite and we'll continue where we left off.
Okay. My phone's at like 60% too. Hopefully that'll get us.
Oh,
yeah,
hopefully.
Plug in.
All
I
right.
got another cord here.
So you never done Zoom before?
I could probably do. What's up?
You never done Zoom before?
Yeah. I have with the lodge and stuff. Like being a Mason, we had to do it for a while when the lodges were closed down. There we go.
Yeah.
I got it plugged in now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, I've used it before. Not a whole lot.
pandemic
But
made it popular because everybody's working from it, going to school from it.
Mhm.
Even courts got it now. You don't even go to court; you just Zoom it.
yeah,
They got jail time. We'll come to your house and pick you up.
yeah. I had to testify to this dude I worked with in court, and we just did it over the phone. It was real weird because it was like actual court, but it was just over. It wasn't even video. It was just over the phone, just talking.
That's weird. Yeah, I have to do counseling over Zoom all the time. I mean, that's kind of how I learned it. Well, it's funny because the reason we started doing it because we were just using phones and then laptop and stuff, and I would combine, edit all our pictures together to make it look like it was Zoom. And then we went to a glam show a while back, and the band Midnight Devils played. And Trex went up to me like, "Hey man, like we do a podcast," and he's like, "You want me on it?" Trex like, "Sure." He goes, "Well, you guys do Zoom?"
Business card.
So I told Trex, I'm like, we better learn how to use Zoom, you know?
Mhm.
And ever since there, it's been so much better. I mean, before it was hard to edit, like you're trying to get everybody in sync, you know, but now it's so much easier. I can have it, you know, we get done, I'll have it on tonight. You know, that's how easy it is now. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, the only thing he does is add the intros and then the outro. That's it.
Yeah.
Before he had to like sync it up in the squares and get the audio synced, it took like days. Now it takes minutes.
Do you just do like a intro on here, or do you do that like later?
the what?
Like when you do the intro, do you just record it when you do the rest of this, like regular, or do you like record it later?
It depends. Like I usually do it later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or sometimes even before, like if we don't know what the topic is, I'll do the intro and then add it in later. And
Okay.
yeah,
I figured.
You know, hey, you want to do a wrestling intro for the intro tonight?
Do I want to?
Yeah.
I mean, I was prepared to.
You don't have to. See, normally what I do, like I was talk about like the topic, and then then say, well, my top, here's our pick for top 5, whatever the topic is. So you could, talk about, like what's the old cliche they say, like a larger than life characters or whatever. You know what I mean? Want to say something like that? If not, then
cool. I'll let you do that.
All right, cool. All right, Jeff's on. Awesome.
You're a little more in your comfort zone.
How you doing, Jeff?
Yeah, no, that's cool. All right, can you hear us, Jeff?
Yeah.
All right, well, we're already recording, but we'll go ahead and get started. And we're a couple minutes in, so I told them that if we kind of run out of time, I'll send you another invite.
Okay.
All right. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when we upload a new video. Comment below with your top 5. Follow us at Take 5 on Facebook. Thanks for watching. 5 and out.